I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about TD Jakes going to P. Diddy parties. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on these videos. TD Jakes is probably the biggest black pastor in America, most well-known pastor in America, probably other than Creflo Dollar. And TD Jakes seems to have been spending a lot of time with P. Diddy. And I'm wondering, why is a man of God spending a lot of time with P. Diddy? Well, you will hear his people, or the people who follow him or listen to him. Maybe he was trying to convert him to Christ. But he was going to these parties in which everybody who knows about his parties, that they are some of the most degenerate parties that you can ever think of. So why is a man of God, TD Jakes, hanging around with a man who has a reputation of beating women, having freak-offs, being disrespectful, narcissistic? Why is this minister hanging around this guy? Now, the Lord would say, you must go out and meet people where they are. Yes, that's true. But he could meet him at the church. He could meet him at the movie theater. He could meet him at the park. But why would you go to one of his parties? Why would you be around a place in which you could be compromised? See, the thing about people like TD Jakes, they talk a good game as a minister. It sounds good. It looks good. But when it all comes down to it, it's about the money. Because when he made that move to Hollywood, remember this, he started selling books. He had a talk show. He had movies on Lifetime. And before you could get those gratuities from Hollywood, you have to agree to certain things that may be against your religion. And it seems like going to those parties, I believe maybe he saw something or did something, or there's a room with something, but he's on tape. So TD Jakes has already been compromised. I'm telling most people, you won't hear him speak out against same-sex marriage. You won't hear him talk about any of those issues in the Bible anymore, for the simple fact that if he does, he'll be cut off. He knows he knows what Hollywood and those in the elite will accept. But when you hang around P. Diddy, you hang around a certain kind of degeneracy that if you are a man of God, you can discern a person's character. Not everybody, because nobody's perfect. But he in the streets, what I'm talking about in the streets of entertainment, everybody know what's going on in the streets of entertainment, but they don't tell you. They talk amongst each other. And for me, as a person, for him not to know the type of person that this man really was is unacceptable. You saw how he treated people on TV. You saw how disrespectful he is. But you wanted to be within the entertainment graces. See, these people, like I said, they got one foot in the church and the other side, one outside the church, in the world. But they still garner the money from the church. You know, when I really knew that T.G. Jakes was a fraud, I'm going to tell you, a lot of y'all going to get angry. It's when he let Tyler Perry up in that church, gave him $1 million, let him go up in the pulpit, and you know you ain't supposed to be in that pulpit, put his hands on him, pretended to fall out, fake. And you got a woman pushing the baby out. This was utterly shameful. But it was people in the church who actually accepted this. This is what we will call scam, foolishness that he pulled on the people in his pulpits for that money. So I'm wondering, why is he there? Well, maybe he's there because he's got a certain thing that he likes, that P. Diddy may can fulfill. See, most people don't hang around people like that in entertainment. Not when they got so much smoke around them that they have did stuff in the past that you know, if you got good security, that they'll say, man, don't hang around him. Yes, you can meet him, but meet him in the church or meet him somewhere outside the church. But this is when you know that him, Creflo Dollar, Brian Carn, all these ministers that you see out here preaching. And if it was so good, we would be in a better position than black people are in today. It's nothing but a show to make money. But he wanted to be big. He wanted to go into that Hollywood lifestyle. See, he has his big mansion, his cars, his family has everything. But he wanted more. He wanted to go into the world. So if you step into their world, you will be compromised. They will have something on you to bring to you if you get out of line. See, he's not going to speak truth to power unless they tell him who to speak truth to power to. But when you hang around P. Diddy, a degenerate, a disgusting human being, and yes, his time now, if he is a preacher, is to try and talk to this young man, this man. But what was T.D. Jakes doing at the party? What was he doing behind the scenes? Do we know? This is very disturbing to me, and it should be to you, that a man who was so-called the top pastor in America was around P. Diddy, and he didn't have the discernment. It seemed like discernment is a tough thing to find in the black community nowadays. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and also share this video.